Hanover Square Press and HarlequinAudio present The Colour Storm, a novel of Renaissance Venice, by Damian Dibben, performed by Ben Allen. For Michael and Dick, Fathers of Inspiration 1 and 2. Painters at work in September 1510. Venice. Zorzo Barbarelli, or Giorgione, aged 33. Giovanni Bellini, aged 80. Tiziano Vecellio, or Titian, aged 22. Sebastiano del Piombo, aged 24. Florence and Milan. Leonardo da Vinci, aged 58. Raphael Sanzio, aged 27. Rome. Michelangelo Buonarroti, aged 35. Pietro Perugino, aged 64. Lorenzo Lotto, aged 30. Germany and the Low Countries. Albrecht Dürer, aged 39. Hieronymus Bosch, aged 60. Matthias Grunewald, aged 40. Prologue. 60 years afterwards. Rome. January 1570. On the Quirinal Hill, a young man waits at the door of a palazzo. He hasn't knocked yet. He's trying to compose himself. It's cold, colder than any January he can remember. His eyes are sore, and his hands, ungloved, one clutching his portfolio, the other the neck of his coat, have turned a kind of iron blue, except at the fingertips where paint is ingrained. Persian red, verdigris green, orpiment yellow. From the canvas he was working on before setting off for Rome, the revenge of the widow Giuditta. He was told in the letter that the mansion was easy to find, close to the civic barracks, and built in the Moorish style of a Spanish palcete, its facades reminiscent of beaten silverwork, but he walked past it several times without realizing. He'd been expecting a splendid mansion. The letter surely implied it. But if it had been once, those days are gone. He feels duped. After the effort he spent getting here, inexorable hours rocking up and down in cramped carriages, shovelled around by barking drivers, barely eating or sleeping, and shivering for days. Then, when he arrived in the city and panicked about his appearance, about that vital first impression, he spent the last of his money on a new coat, a garment that turns out to be as itchy and ill-fitting as it is ineffective against the wind. He knocks. And after a pause there comes a shuffle of footsteps, a swing of lantern light through the hall window. The door is unbolted and cracked open, just enough for an elderly steward to peer out. "Domenicos Kopulos," the young man says, in the habit now of shortening his surname. "From Venice, the painter." "Yes, yes," says the steward, and ushers him inside. "My apologies for arriving so late." Domenicos peers round, disappointed to find that, like the outside, the interior gives no sign that money lives here. "But in the last letter I received, the lady said there was urgency." He adds pointedly, "The lady provided me with an address, but I still have no name for her." He deserves to know by now the identity of who he's dealing with, but the steward holds up both palms and says, "Yes, yes, wait here." He totters off down a corridor into a room, and there come sounds of opening cupboards and rattling glass. Domenicos looks around. The space is bare, the walls tatty and crumbling. Most worrying of all, not one piece of art is on show, though discoloured patches indicate paintings must have hung here once. In her letter to him,
Sample complete. Ready to continue?